Beneath the golden sands of Luxor, far below the temples carved for pharaohs and gods, lies a secret older than Egypt itself, an underground oracle sealed for thousands of years. It was never marked on any map. No inscription mentioned its existence, and for nearly a century, every attempt to speak about it was silenced. But when a collapsed tunnel was uncovered during a routine restoration, archaeologists stumbled upon something that should have been impossible: a chamber carved with symbols that do not match, Egyptian writing, architecture that does not fit any known dynasty, and a structure that looks far older than the oldest pharaoh. The hidden oracle beneath Luxor wasn't supposed to exist. The deeper researchers went, the more they realized they had found something Egypt never wanted the world to see. The chamber begins with a narrow, descending passage cut perfectly into the bedrock. Not chiseled, not hammered, cut like a machine pressed through stone. The walls are smoother than any Old Kingdom construction, and the angles are mathematically flawless. Even the light behaved strangely. Shadows collapsed inward, as if the stones absorbed more darkness than they should. At the end of the passage lies a circular room, perfectly symmetrical, with a high domed ceiling polished like obsidian. In its center stands a single stone pillar, covered in symbols that no Egyptologists could translate. They were not hieroglyphs, not proto-dynastic, not Sumerian, not Phoenician, nothing recorded in ancient history. Yet the style suggested intelligence, geometry, and intention. This was not art, this was design. When the pillar was scanned, something even stranger appeared. Inside the stone was a hollow cylinder that emitted a faint resonance, a low vibration, barely outside human hearing. It wasn't electronic, it wasn't mechanical, but it was something. A frequency, a tone, a signal. And some researchers believed it was still active. That was the moment the authorities shut the project down. The chamber was sealed. The reports were classified, and the discovery was buried beneath layers of silence. But fragments of the initial findings survived, and they raise one disturbing question. If the hidden oracle predates Egypt, who built it? 3 theories emerged, and each is more controversial than the last. The first claims the chamber belonged to a pre-dynastic culture, an unknown society that developed advanced stone-cutting techniques before the Sahara dried. According to this view, the oracle was a kind of memory vault, a place where early people encoded knowledge using non-linguistic symbols. But the precision of the chamber challenges this idea. No known pre-dynastic tools could shape stone with that level of perfection. The second theory argues the structure is much younger, built by priests as part of a forgotten ritual complex. They say the symbols were invented for ceremonial use, and the resonance inside the pillar is simply the sound of air within ancient cavities. But this explanation fails to address one critical detail: the carbon dating of organic material from the chamber's foundation suggests an age far beyond any known Egyptian construction. The data doesn't match the official story. The third theory, the one officials tried hardest to suppress, proposes that the oracle was created by a culture older than civilization, a group the Egyptians themselves considered the ancestors of light, mentioned only in scattered texts. According to this idea, the chamber is not an oracle in a religious sense, but a device, a place where sound, geometry, and stone interacted to create altered states of consciousness. A technology of the mind, a tool for communication. Not with gods, but with something older, something the pharaohs inherited rather than discovered. When researchers compared the symbols inside the oracle to carvings found in distant regions, Peru, Göbekli Tepe, the Indus Valley, they noticed repeating patterns, spirals, concentric circles, Star maps, lines connecting Earth to the sky. The same shapes, separated by oceans and millennia. It suggests the oracle was not an isolated creation, but part of a global pattern and network of ancient structures sharing the same language long before history began. If that is true, then the chamber beneath Luxor is not a mystery at all. It's a remnant, a fragment of a forgotten world. A signal from a time humans were more advanced than we believe. A time erased from our history. And if Egypt sealed the oracle, it may be because the truth hidden inside it would rewrite everything we know about where we came from and who came before us. So the real question is not what the oracle is, but why someone wanted us to forget it.